Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to review the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray releases for Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest, James Cameron's The Terminator, and Mel Brooks' Blazing Saddles. All three of these releases come out on Tuesday, October 19th. So if you're watching this tonight when I drop the video, tomorrow, but they'll be available then. And then you can order each one using the link in the description. You help me out if you do, very cool. If not, thanks for watching still. I appreciate you. So let's get started. The order I'm going to review these in, I am going to do Blazing Saddles first. I'm going to do the Terminator second and North by Northwest third. So if you're wanting to skip around or get to different ones, that's how I'm going to do it. So Blazing Saddles, the first one. This is the 4K upgrade celebrating 50 years of Blazing Saddles. So we have it here. It comes with a nice, this one's got a flashier, glossier slipcase than the other ones. Comes with a digital copy, of course. No standard Blu-ray on it, but there are bonus features on the disc and stuff. So let's talk Blazing Saddles. Okay, this is Mel Brooks' classic comedy. The movie, they all say, you couldn't make this today. You couldn't make the, no way. No. You could. If like Mel Brooks, you're in good taste and know how to make it and come from the right place, yes, you can still make this today. This is a quite enjoyable, really funny comedy. Another good one from Gene Wilder. This one playing on, it's a parody of, the old West and the tropes, the ideals and stuff, putting a little bit of realism into it where it goes. Plenty of comedic bits, sketches that get thrown into this. There's probably some deeper cut humor that I'm just not, I'm not of the era and stuff, and maybe not studied up on that comes in here. But everybody here's putting in their A game, from Slim Pickens to Mel Brooks to Gene Wilder, of course, and stuff. But it's always one of the greatest comedies of all time. I prefer Young Frankenstein. That's me, but this one is terrific as well. As long as well, he had a run with like History of the World and stuff that we all love. The one thing I like about Blazing Saddles a lot, that I'm gonna go compare it to something more recent and stuff like Shaun of the Dead, which was a comedy movie based off zombies. It's a comedy movie, based upon old westerns. But I think in a weird way, like a movie like Back to the Future 3 as well, it's a pretty good western in itself, a pretty good movie altogether, even though it's a bit stepping outside, breaking the fourth wall, using gags and stuff like a parody movie. I still think there's a great story there, and good narrative and great lead character um, for this movie. I think it's absolutely outstanding. Go watch Blazing Saddles. It's so much fun. Now let's get into our tech for Blazing Saddles, which is arriving with a brand new 4K transfer, and it's presented in its 239 1 aspect ratio. We get a uh, we get our an Atmos track for this one, which Atmos, also the original stereo audio or mono audio in lossless form. There's also a French Dolby Digital and a Spanish Dolby Digital track, as well as English SDH, French and Spanish subtitles. This transfer is gorgeous. It looks really beautiful. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. It's a stunner. Colors are well saturated here, and they give off a nice vibe. Even like the browns and stuff like that. Like definitely like reds show up quite well here, and greens. Those are two looker colors that really pop utilizing the HDR. Details quite strong. Um, This one really just it feels big, open, epic, like an old western. And the cinematography just is nice and sharp and clear. That just it's like, oh, okay, Blazing Saddles. And then coming over to with the audio, so I mentioned what was on here before the audios on here and stuff like that before he talked about the video. Sorry. But I'm giving the audio a 4.5 out of 5. The Atmos track is quite good. The score is really loud in it and pronounced starting from the jump. I had to like turn it down a little bit, but it was fine. It's got a good space to it. It's not overdone in terms of the Atmos effect. It's just freeing up and giving everything a bit more clarity, a bit more ambiance. But everything is crisp, clear. There's good bump from the subwoofer. Really, it's just an Atmos. It's one of those atmospherics. It just like does the trick with it. It's nothing extravagant. You're not like, whoa. We'll talk about some of these having the whoa after this one, but it's a nice 4.5 out of 5. Really good. Keeps to the nature of the film and the eras with which the westerns are trying to be, and of course itself. And then we're gonna go to the bonus features. Now, the bonus features on these are gonna they're interesting because we are missing some bonus features from before. So what we have on this one is a commentary from Mel Brooks, which is a carryover. There's a featurette called Inappropriate Inspiration, The Blazing Saddles Effect, which is like 21 minutes. This is relatively new. It hasn't appeared on any release before, but I don't think it was made for this, but it's just kind of a reflection on Blazing Saddles. Um, with pretty much, if you look at it, it's Jeff Garland, um, and many of the people like Ike Barinholtz and stuff from around the time History of the World Part 2 came out talking about Blazing Saddles. So maybe it's a tie-in with that, and they decided to put it here, which why not? They also carry over Blaze of Glory, Mel Brooks' Wild Wild West, which is about a half hour back in the saddle, which is 28 minutes. It's a carryover bonus feature and additional scenes. Now, missing from here is the Madeline Kahn tribute and the Black Bart pilot, which was on the previous Blu-ray. So I still think this is some solid stuff here. So I give it a 3.5 out of 5, considering there's nothing. This is the only one of the movies here that has something like new on it that I brought over. So yeah, 3.5, 5. Let's go back through Blazing Saddles. The movie gave a 4.5 out of 5, video 5 out of 5, audio 4.5 out of 5, and bonus 3.5 out of 5 to overall it 4.5 out of 5. That's Blazing Saddles, which you can order yourself a copy using the link in the description of the video. So we're gonna move right on here with the next one I'm going through. We're doing the Terminator. So this one also available on the 19th. James Cameron's masterpiece. Slip cover here. This is one of my favorite movies too. Two of these are of my favorites of all time. Not that Blazing Saddles isn't. It's just there's some movies I hold in high regard. These are also all have steelbooks, by the way, coming out. So this slipcover, as mentioned, that one was glossy. This is a very matte finish. So here we go. The Terminator. This is one of my favorite movies ever. I like this the best of all the Terminators. This it's very much feels like a John Carpenter type movie. The score, the look, everything like that. This is a great thriller. I love what makes me prefer it over the second one is sort of the low budget nature to the whole thing, and I really like the character of like Kyle Reese in this. I think Michael Biehn, this is probably some of his strongest work here. But there's just a sort of street level, back alley nature to this movie. It's grimier than the second one, which is much more polished. See, the first, so this is a situation where if you tell me your favorite Terminator movie, you're not wrong. I'm not arguing. I'm just telling you why. What the splitting hairs I do over Terminator One and Terminator Two, but I definitely like how this is. Arnold's very scary in it. It feels like they're doing a lot with a little in this movie. Cameron always pushes things. He pushes it here. Paul Winfield, actually, like that's a person that gets overlooked in this movie. He's quite fun, and I like him and Lance Henriksen's banter as the detectives working the case. So that's very cool as well. So yeah, it's a perfect five for me. Terminator. That's how we go. Now we're gonna get into the video here, which is gonna be the point of contention for everyone. Which I already, when this got announced, I knew what people were gonna say about it. So it is 4K transfer 185 one was, and so if you're familiar with the James Cameron 4K restorations, this one is no different. I don't think this is anywhere near what people, the True Lies one, which I can admit is a little weird looking at times. But I actually didn't mind. I kind of like the look of this. This is closer to Aliens than it is the other ones. Like, we just got to know James Cameron, he's a tech guy. He's got a certain thing. He wants his films, no matter the age, to look as like crisp, clean, polished as possible and new. Like, he doesn't like film grain. And I think definitely some AI tooling has been used on this because while the grain is pretty much gone, there's a lot of strong details to it. It's pretty strong there. It's got like a just like a little sheen on it that it feels consistent across the board with his older films. Um, but it's crisp, it's sharp. It's got some solid depth work to it and a nice like gloss to it. I think it looks pretty good. I wasn't mad about it. I was like, oh, I'm sure. Would I prefer they do the proper thing and restore it to like a theatrical film presentation, what it looked like? Yes. Did they do that? No. Is this bad though? No. I don't think it is. I think it looks quite good. And most people, so if you're a hardcore but there are some people who are in this and love it when they look polished and stuff. So this is just a grand old debate. The purists not gonna like this. There's probably no convincing you, but I think it looks probably best Terminator may have. Well, there's no. It's 4K transfer. There's no. I mean, yes. Can it look better or different than this in a more approving way? Yes, but I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 4. I kind of wanted to lean to a 4.5 because I do think for the type of restoration Cameron's going for, it looks terrific. Um, and like there's no the scrubbing and stuff that there's no detail that I can sense being removed. There's no smooth waxiness stuff like that. I didn't feel that watching it. I liked it. There were some moments where the kind of aesthetic felt a hair AI for a sec, but it really wasn't. For more than that, but kind of have to. I'll go on the side of the villain here and say I enjoyed it. So 4 out of 5 for that. The Atmos, though, let's all agree, kicks ass on this. You are so it's got Atmos, it's got the original theatrical mix, lossless, the mono track. There's a Dolby Digital English track, a French Dolby Digital track at 5.1, as well as German, Italian, Spanish, and Czech, and we also get descriptive audio as well. Subtitles are English SGH, French, German, Italian, Spanish, Czech, Danish, Dutch, Finnish, Mandarin, Norwegian, and Swedish. So this Atmos track right from the jump, there's like a helicopter that goes above you. That's awesome. The electricity when they transport to the present day is all around the room. It crashes, boom, explosions, boom, shotgun from Kyle Reese, boom. knocking a door down, like the subwoofers kicking at different degrees of intensity perfectly. The speakers are wilding around. The vocals sound nice, clear, crisp, and like very present in their atmosphere. Their ambient, the room they're in, the ambiance. I mean, it's great. Like this is an awesome Atmos track. This really lifts up and really will do good with your surround system. So don't be afraid, Pierce, to give that Atmos a try. You know you're gonna like it. You know you might like it. You might enjoy it. You might enjoy it. But hey, that's original mono tracks here too, and I enjoy it just as much. But this Atmos track rocks. Is a 5 out of 5. Okay, let's take a look at the bonus features here. Um, so good news. Some things that were on the DVD edition that didn't make it to Blu-ray are now back to the 4K, and then there's feature gone though, and there's stuff they could have used this night. So what's on here? Deleted scenes. There's like 10 minutes of them. You get James Cameron's commentary for them. That's back. Creating the Terminator, visual effects and music, which is a 13-minute one. That's still here. The Terminator Closer to the Real Thing, a 12-minute one. That's back from the DVD. Unstoppable Force, The Legacy of the Terminator, which is about 10 minutes. That's back too. Um, Terminator, a retrospective, is no longer there. That was on Blu-rays and stuff before, gone. There are also other documentaries and stuff that could have been used that have been on the DVD and stuff, not here. Is what it is, but I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5. So let's go back through here on the Terminator. We have the movie. We're giving a 5 out of 5. The video, the point of controversy, I'm giving a 4, but I am saying I do like it. Audio 5, bonus 3.5 out of 5, and I'm an overall 4 out of 5. The Terminator. I think this is a fine release, but there's better that can be done. I have a whole point of improvement left for it. But if you're a fan of the Terminators, pick it up. You're gonna upgrade. So grab this one. You can order yourself one by using the link in the description. Okay. Next up, last but very much not least, Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest. Here we go. Cary Grant, Eva Marie Saint. This movie rules. This is one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time, I'd say, on any given day. Sorry for the clarity not being there somewhat. All right. This one. Let's talk about it. This is what they call ultimate Hitchcock. So he's got Alfred Hitchcock has like a formula, like a kind of well he can go back to, tracing back to like something like the 39 Steps, which is a person caught in a whirlwind of conspiracy and stuff that's like kind of could be kind of a normal person or outside person, and they get caught in this big adventure, learning things, solving a mystery on the run that they can. This is the ultimate version of that. That's what I mean by ultimate Hitchcock. Hitchcock with one of his frequent collaborators, Cary Grant. And this one just hits the ground running. It's got an amazing score, and it's just so much fun to bounce. It's got great chemistry with Cary Grant and Eva Marie Saint, who is a wonderful presence here and one of the best Hitchcock blondes that have ever been on the screen. This one, of course, known for that famous innuendo at the end where the train goes in the tunnel. But it also has major action sequences in the film, like the one we see on the cover here with the crop dusting plane, which is just awesome. You've got a great train sequence in this film, and it's just beautiful. It's fun. There's spy stuff, yeah, like espionage, like all sorts of stuff, all hammed out here, and it is a joy. It goes big in the end with Mount Rushmore. There's the ultimate MacGuffin. This is the movie that's like just like the best of MacGuffin you'll ever see. So North by Northwest is one of my highest recommends of all time. This is just a massive film, massively amazing film. Yeah. I just sit here and drool over it. But so it's a 5 out of 5 easily. This is like high scoring movies. This is a great week from Warner Brothers to be doing that. So I'm gonna go over here with the video here. North by Northwest is presented in its original theatrical presentation of 185 1, and it looks stunning. Like, I thought it looked cool on Blu-ray when it first came out, and then I watched Blu-ray in recent last year or so, and I was like, yeah, it could be. The colors look astounding here. The depth is insanely improved. This movie, Hitchcock used a lot of rear projection, and it looks smooth and wonderful here. I don't think any like trickery was done. I just think it can look colored perfectly. Um, and like there's such detail on like Cary Grant's like suit textures and patterns and things, and then you can see like a bead of sweat coming down his face during a scene, and just everybody looks like great full, just like all the fabrics and stuff like on like bedding or clothes or like a blanket or like uh furniture on like in a room or on the train, just amazing. And the depth here, even in phony like studio stuff, looks amazing. It's huge. um I was like, whew, this is a stunner. This is the best transfer of all three movies we've done. I love it. It is a 5 out of 5. Uh, then we go to the audio, which it gets a Dolby Atmos mix. We get the original theatrical mix in mono lossless. That's great. We got a French track, German track, Italian track, Spanish track, and a Latin American Spanish track with subtitles. English SDH, French, German SDH, Italian SDH, Spanish, Dutch, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and Latin American Spanish. Phew, it sounds awesome. It is full. The score right when you start is great. Explosion. There's good sense of like the room and distance and stuff with this Atmos mix that I really liked. Everything gets like nice space to breathe. You feel the air when you're outside. The quietness of an indoor place is good. This little tinkering sound to the touch. It's quite awesome. I think you're in for a real treat here with this one. So I give it a 4.5 out of 5, just because it's kind of like it's almost. It's like I wanted it to be perfect, but it maybe could be a little hair better, but it is quite good. Now, we're going to move on to the bonus material. So the bonus material is just, there's nothing new. It's all carried over. And what we get is a commentary by Ernest Lehman. That's here. We get cinematography and score, or cinematography, score, and the art of the edit featurette. That's here. That's a carryover. We get Destination Hitchcock, the making of North by Northwest. We get the master's touch, Hitchcock's signature style. We get One for the Ages, which is here. And then we get a guided tour with Alfred Hitchcock. So, like, the Cary Grant, A Class Apart, isn't here. That was like an hour and a half documentary that we used to have. The trailers are gone. The music only track is not here as well. So they keep, I mean, they're addition by subtraction somewhat here. But it's all good. I gave it a 4 because there's still a lot of great stuff here with this release that I do like. So let's go back through here. Movie 5. The video I give a 5. The audio, the Atmos track, a 4.5 out of 5. The bonus a 4 out of 5. But I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5 because it's a perfect movie and I think you should own it. And it sucks that the bonus isn't quite here, but enough is they could use the Cary Grant thing on a different movie if they wanted. But oh, sucks that it's not here. But hey, I love this movie so much, and I think everyone should own it. I think the presentation of this is killer. So I'm just going to bias myself and say five. So that has been the reviews for North by Northwest, The Terminator, and Blazing Saddles on 4K Ultra HD. All of them coming to you October 19th from Warner Brothers. You can order any of them using the code or the link in the description. Appreciate if you do. Yeah. Appreciate you for watching this whole video. And more to come. Got plenty more 4K and Blu-ray reviews. Appreciate you watching. Have a great day and stay film positive.